Hey friends and friends of First Baptist, this is our midweek update for December 10th, 2025. Getting toward the end of our year, the end of December. A couple of things I really want you to know about. First of all, Christmas Eve service is coming up. In fact, we have two Christmas Eve services, 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock on December 24th. If I'm doing my math right, that's 2 weeks from today, our Christmas Eve services. This is a great time to invite your family, friends to come join you for a very meaningful service, a hopeful message. Enjoy the candlelight together and then celebrate Christmas as the time of year that we remember the birth of Christ. So 3 and 5 o'clock for the Christmas Eve services. Also, want to keep in front of you our missions offering as we near the end of the year, $344,000. I would encourage you to give generously and sacrificially to that as you always do. And then, believe it or not, I want to jump ahead and talk about Midweek at First beginning in 2026. You're going to see these handy-dandy flyers all over the church campus here pretty soon, and I'll let you know what the offerings are going to be for our Wednesday night discipleship opportunities. First of all, it starts on January 7th, and we're hosting a free breakfast for dinner that night. So costs of the meal is covered. Who doesn't love a little breakfast for dinner? Come join us, sample a class. I want to highlight just a couple of those classes. I'm not going to give all of them. We do have a women's study that's going to go on. Kathy Hoppy is going to do a 6-part series on the brain God made, how He designed us for worship and relationships. And so that'll launch. It'll just go for those first 6 weeks of our Midweek at First that begins on January 7th. Also, for the first 6 weeks, we're also going to have a small group for Habits of the Household. It's a wonderful book. Some of our middle-aged adult leaders like me are going to lead this, and especially if you're a young parent of preschoolers, children, teenagers, how to take these daily habits, these things we do every day, and use them for spiritual transformation. I'll be teaching an Old Testament survey course, meaning it's kind of an Old Testament 101. What does it mean to read the Older Testament as Christian literature? And of course, we're also starting Grief Share on January 7th that night. All right, so our minor prophet for this session, this midweek update, is Zechariah. Now, I'm going to remind you, as I said last week, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi, those last 3 of the minor prophets, all focus on the Persian period. And Zechariah is particularly important because he wanted to instill a message of hope beyond exile. As the Israelites were disobedient, they went into Babylonian exile. God delivered them from that exile, much as He delivered them in the Exodus from Egypt. And now's a new start, which is a reminder that God's discipline is never about retribution. God's discipline is restorative. He always wants to restore us to a right relationship with Him. And so Zechariah plays out this message of hope in a couple of ways, primarily as you get to the end of his book. And I'm going to point out Zechariah 9, 10, 12, 13, and 14. He gives prophecy upon prophecy. He stacks one picture on another about what Christ will look like. So as you read the latter part of Zechariah in particular, pay attention, look closely. You'll see those allusions, those prophecies that look forward to Christ, who is the one who will ultimately restore our relationship with God. And then if I were to encourage you to pay attention to one other verse, it would be Zechariah 7, verse 10. This is the only place in the Bible where 4 groups are mentioned together. In many references, maybe 2 groups are mentioned together or 3 are mentioned, but never all 4 in the same place except here. And it's what's called the Quartet of the Vulnerable. God said, if you care about me, if you really love me, then you will love those whom I love. And there are 4 groups of people that have a special place in my heart. So if you say you love me, you should love them. The poor, the orphan, the widow, and the immigrant. Hold that up to what's happening in our society right now and pay attention. If we love God, if our heart is passionate for Him, our heart will have a soft place for that quartet of the vulnerable. This is the word of the Lord. I love you. Love serving as your pastor. God bless you. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.